I want to give some commentary to a feeling that I'm sensing right now as I'm observing what's going on with the macro environment and looking at the stock market, looking at crypto. And in particular, I know that this is a crypto channel, but looking at the NASDAQ, if you look at the NASDAQ chart, which I'll put on the screen here, it would communicate a feeling that I'm sensing from a lot of people that this literally can't go up. It's just down and down and down. And this thing is just going to keep going down until it goes to zero or something like that. That is what I'm sensing right now. And we know the famous Warren Buffett saying, be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. But there's something unique about this fear that I really haven't felt in many years. I mean, last time really that I felt this was the last time Trump was president, and really the last time that he introduced tariffs. And so again, the sentiment is more along these lines of, because of the tariffs, we are just going to go straight down kind of thing. I've seen it in the comments. I've seen people ridicule me for having a mindset that I'm probably going to be buying a lot of crypto sometime soon. And just, obviously it's going to go down and it can only go down forever. It's the opposite feeling of during euphoria, when we have euphoria, that it's going to go up forever. I remember that feeling. I haven't experienced that since the second quarter of 2021 in crypto, at least. And so what do we do with this? Well, I want to share with you a chart. I was looking for it during my live stream today and I couldn't find it, but then I did some digging and it's really interesting. Now, I don't want to give you too much hopium with this, but here's the chart and you can see something interesting. You can see the first time that Trump introduced tariffs during his first presidency. And the exact same thing happened during his first presidency, the first introduction of tariffs. And then what happened after that? Well, the NASDAQ bounced and crypto bounced and the market bounced. And, for the NASDAQ, at least, it went to put in significantly higher prices. And so am I saying that that's going to happen this time around, that we're going to now enter into price discovery mode for crypto and the stock market? I could actually see it happening for crypto, but with the stock market, my answer to that is no. We're not going to match, I don't think, the NASDAQ stride for stride in this picture, in this chart here. But what I think happens next is something very similar to where all of a sudden the dumb money is just assuming, okay, it's over, we're just going to keep going down, and we see some kind of a bounce. Maybe that's just a relief rally to a retrace from the swing high to a swing low that we're in right now. Or maybe it is a rally to new all-time highs. But at the very least, I am expecting a rally. I am expecting a move higher, a bounce back for the NASDAQ, which would be correlated to a bounce back for crypto. In terms of probability, I would say that it's actually highly likely. And I know it doesn't feel like that right now because so many stocks, so many cryptos have completely reversed, done a 100% reverse of where they were prior to the election. I know some cryptos are still much higher, the ISOs and Bitcoin and things like that. And so I know there's an ominous feel right now, but in terms of what's next, I am telling you, and it's really difficult for me to say this in the moment of the fear, but the most likely move short term for stocks and for crypto, especially tech stocks, the most likely move short term is up. And then we will see what happens after that. Of course, we're just talking about probability and it's never 100% chance for anything. So this could be a wrong assessment. But this idea that the world is ending today or it's been ending, I'm just not on board with that. When the world ends, it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. And yes, I do believe that we're going to see a recession at the end of this year. But if you look back at 2008, it took a long time for us to realize that it was over. You know, we had those first rate cuts in September of 2007. The stock market rallied for 2 months. And then, you know, did we all know in 2007 that the peak had come? No. It took some time of some lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then it probably took 6 to 9 months for us to realize, oh, wait a second, something's really off here. And then, you know, everything hit the fan the following August and September of 2008. So all that to say, we still have time. If this is something worse than 2008, which I don't think it's going to be, we still have time. We have time for things to play out. And the way that that kind of time would look for crypto and stocks right now, let me just talk about the NASDAQ again. Right now, that would be a move to a lower high, which in the moment would feel pretty good. So just keep that in mind. We never know what's coming. But again, the likelihood of a bounce soon is very, very high. We'll see what happens when the time comes.